Hey everybody, and welcome to my Friday update of my Indiegogo campaign for Zagaboo Saves Christmas, my brand new book, which is coming out in just a few weeks here. Anyway, I wanted to let you know, yesterday was a little bit of a slower day. Only earned $20 toward the campaign. That's kind of what I expected. That's okay. Things kind of tend to slow down right after a big surge in the beginning, but I'd like to keep everybody enthusiastic about it, so I've got something very special today to show you. To keep everybody jazzed up and to get them interested in getting these books, because they really are great. So anyway, I'm going to show you one of my more favorite illustrations, and it's still a pencil sketch, and to be quite honest, my illustrator is not really enthusiastic about coloring this one because it's so detailed, but I love this illustration and I want to share it with you. Here, let me go ahead and turn the camera around. All right, so as you know, Zagaboo is asked by Santa Claus to save Christmas. So he jumps on his magical gopher, and all the other trolls do as well, and they race around the world. And this illustration is designed to show that they go everywhere. And I'm going to go through these illustrations one by one really quickly. We'll start with this one right here. So this is Zagaboo, and he's racing up to either northern Canada or Greenland, and that's where the Inuit live, also called the Eskimo, although people don't really say Eskimo too much these days. And that's an igloo. That's one of the ice houses that they can build in the wintertime. So outside it might be really, really cold, but inside this igloo, it might even be as high as 60 degrees. So that's pretty cool. Here we've got Big Ben, that's in England, and that's right about here. There's a little island, England. And in London, England, this is Big Ben, a big clock in the middle of the city, and Zagaboo goes there to deliver presents, and they speak like this over there. May I have some tea and crumpets, please? And here, this is Paris. And this is the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And this is one of the trolls. This is actually Dude, the surfing troll. And he goes to Paris to go deliver some presents. And the Eiffel Tower, I forgot to look it up, but I think is like 300 feet tall, something like that. And this is Zagaboo racing to China. And this is an ancient Chinese building. I had to look this up. But the roofs on the building are very uniquely styled. They come out and then they curl up. The reason why they do that is because the roofs were built so big to keep the water out of the main part of the building that it made all the rooms dark. So in order to keep the rooms light, they built these what they call flying eaves, where the tops of the roofs, they curl up to let the sunlight in. So that's pretty cool. And this is pretty neat. I'm partial to this illustration because I used to live in Egypt, and these are the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. And the pyramids, as we all know, are really big. You probably didn't realize this, but they're almost 500 feet tall. And here's a little bit of information. My sister, I'm going to out her on this one, she actually climbed one of those and sat at the top of it during a sunrise in Egypt when we lived there. I was supposed to go too, but I chickened out. And here, this is the Sydney Opera House. That's in Australia. And that's probably that little place down there. We can only see the corner of it. But since they're in the southern hemisphere, believe it or not, in Christmas time, it's actually summer there. And they talk like this down in Australia. They put another shrimp on the barbie. Crikey! Oh, that croc is beautiful. And you guys know that's from The Crocodile Hunter, my favorite wildlife advocate. Anyway, this is an illustration of Zagaboo going to South America, specifically Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, where they have Christ the Redeemer. And Christ the Redeemer is a big statue that sits on top of a mountain, and it's about 100 feet tall. Wow, that is really cool. It is a really, really neat statue. And here, this is interesting that we have this one in here. This is an illustration of Easter Island. And these are big statues, head statues. that are on Easter Island. Easter Island was inhabited about 800 years ago by some Polynesians, and eventually it became uninhabitable, so nobody could live there. So why did Zagaboo even go there? I think he just wanted to visit it because it's a really cool place. There's no kids to deliver presents to there. Oh, and this one, this is pretty cool. I had to look this one up. This is a pyramid. They actually have pyramids not just in Egypt, but also in Mexico. And this is called El Castillo, or the Castle. And that's down here in the Yucatan Peninsula right there. And that pyramid is not quite as big, but definitely very cool. Who knew that we had pyramids in Mexico? And over here, this is pretty cool. Of course, this is the Statue of Liberty in New York City in the United States, right about there. And this is a very, very big city, very classic. And this is how they talk in New York City. Hey, you want a cab? Come on. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite illustrations. And that's my Friday update. So have a great weekend, guys. I'll update you again soon. Oh, and share.